When people are first diagnosed with mild cognitive impairment, a whole set of questions start racing through their mind. Will I still be able to work? Will I become a burden on my family? And this one, will I still be able to drive? That's a really important question for people with mild cognitive impairment. They worry about it a lot. If you are no longer able to drive, you give up so much freedom and independence. Fortunately, most people with MCI can continue to drive, and that's always been true. But I've started to notice something really interesting lately. As driver assist features become more standard in automobiles, it's become easier than ever for people with MCI to stay on the road and drive safely with less stress. It's helping them, and it might be helpful to you, which is why I'm talking about it today. Hi, I'm Tony Deering of GoCogno.com, the website for people with mild cognitive impairment. Today I want to share with you the story of Pam. She has MCI, and she was recently involved in a very serious car accident. Her car was totaled, and so was the other car. Fortunately, no one was injured, but Pam was terribly shaken by the crash. When she visited her neurologist, she told him about the accident and gave him all the details and asked if it was time for her to curtail her driving or perhaps give up driving altogether. She's fortunate to have a really good neurologist who deeply understands MCI. He asked her a lot of questions about what was happening leading up to the crash and what she did immediately after the crash. A couple days later, she showed up in a private Facebook group for people with MCI that we both belong to and shared the good news. The neurologist said it was fine for her to keep driving. He had just tested her cognition and he found no decline, which is great news unto itself. And there were extenuating circumstances that contributed to the crash. And Pam had recently had her driving evaluated and she'd done fine. That underscores several really important points about MCI and driving. Yes, people with MCI have accidents, but people who don't have MCI get into accidents too, and that doesn't mean they should give up driving any more than it means that Pam's accident was caused because she has MCI, or that she should give up driving only because she was in an accident. I wrote about this topic a while ago, and in that article, I pointed out that people with mild cognitive impairment aren't any more likely to have an accident in the first year or two after their diagnosis, and many continue to drive safely for years. Driving is what brain experts call an overlearned skill. It is seared so deep into our brain circuitry that most of us continue to access that ability even in the face of some cognitive loss. And both the American and Canadian medical associations agree that a diagnosis of cognitive impairment does not warrant a loss of driving privileges. As for Pam, she's back on the road and feeling safer and more confident thanks to some of the features in her new car. She says, "Now I'm driving a car with all the safety bells and whistles, good driver visibility, backing camera, brake assist. I have my confidence back." The other thing she's doing quite smartly is restricting her driving, which is something that many other people with MCI do as well. She avoids rush hour and busy highways and driving at night in unfamiliar areas. I noticed that when Pam posted in Facebook, other people with MCI said they were driving better now too, thanks to those same kinds of safety features. One woman wrote, "I finally bought one of those cars that has the backup camera, the blind spot warning, the automatic braking. and it has made driving so much less stressful. She went on to say, buying that car was a really great decision for my safety and the safety of others. I am a widow who has no family. We don't have adequate public transportation in my city, and I really need to keep driving. Of course, safety is the key. The number one concern should always be your own safety and the safety of other people on the road. If you can continue driving, that's great, but you always want to be on the lookout for signs that your driving skills might be slipping. To help you spot that, I've put together this simple one-page guide showing you the 20 warning signs of unsafe driving. It's free when you sign up for my weekly brain health email, which also is free. If you're interested, there's a link below. I hope you find that helpful, and I hope to see you again next week. Until then, as always, be kind to your mind.